What's up, everybody? Ben Reza here for Odd Chopper. It's time. College football week 4 parlay. We are going to take some games from this large Saturday slate. We're going to throw them together. We're going to try to cash a plus money ticket on this video. We do it every week. Chance of success is low. Opportunity is high. The rewards are massive. Let's get to it. I want to welcome you into Odd Chopper. It's all things betting, from picks to breakdowns to tools. If you like what you see, take a minute first. Check out all the different content. We've got full breakdowns on college football, NFL, baseball, whatever you want. Basketball's going to be here soon enough. Subscribe. We're going to be at 150,000 subscribers because of you guys. Appreciate all the support. Last week, we couldn't even get off the blocks because Oklahoma State and Tulsa could not put points on the board. It was such a good spot. I loved the game. I loved the pace. I loved everything about it. They just simply could not finish drives. No margin for error. We got to be better this week. We got a whole new opportunity, and let's dive into it. Are you ready? I'm absolutely ready. Kansas and West Virginia. I can hear the groans. I'm sorry, fam. I am sorry, but we have to go back to this team. We have to go back, like the guy from Lost season 1. West Virginia minus 2.5 at minus 108. They have been a big disappointment. Loved them last week. Bet them last week. Again, another game that I got everything I wanted. 38-34 meltdown against Pittsburgh. They're up 10 points with a couple minutes left, and they lost that game. Now, that was the backyard brawl on the road. So far this year, West Virginia's 1-2. They lost to Penn State at home. They crushed Albany, and they lost a heartbreaker to Pittsburgh last week. This team, I still believe, has a lot of positive in them. I really like their quarterback. He has not played up to his standards so far. They have a good offensive line that can really rush. Defensively, the front is good. The secondary is so bad that the coach came out and said, no more of this. We're making some changes, and that can only help. 130th in passing yards allowed per attempt, 11.2. That's insane. You can't have that, and that's what they need to fix. Fortunately for us, Kansas has struggles of their own. They're 1-2 this year. They beat Lindenwood, then they lost to Illinois, and then they just lost at home to UNLV. I am not impressed with what Kansas has put on the field. I'm a big fan of their coach and a big fan of their quarterback, but he has not played up to standards. It's been kind of a mess for them, and I don't really have an explanation. All I know is that they're not playing really good football. I think that they are going to have serious problems stopping West Virginia. And I'm not sure that they are built to exploit what is the fatal flaw of this West Virginia team, and that is the secondary. You take that away, West Virginia is a very sound team. They're going to be able to move the ball in this spot, and if they can make some personnel changes to at least be average or even slightly below average in the secondary, we're going to be in good shape with this squad. So I'm going to keep it short and sweet to get things started. West Virginia sets the tone, sets the foundation of our 3-leg parlay this week. I already mentioned drop some bets in Tails in Discord. If you've not been over there, come on in. Absolutely awesome time. The link is below. You go here, you can discover your insiders. Not only are you getting the picks, but you're getting the Discord as well. You can see all this. You can see the past picks. Come in here. You see these channels. Great discussions. Really fun community. And it's all very affordable. I always envisioned it like that. I want it to be a place where so many different types of bettors can come together, ask questions, tail picks, throw out picks of their own, make some money, have some fun, and just make Saturdays and any day a lot more enjoyable. If that's something that you've been interested in, use that code JazzRaz50 and see if this is the Discord and the community and the place for you. I really believe it is. We got a lot of new faces in there. I've been super happy with it. Win streaks, cold streaks, hot streaks, whatever. It's a good time. I'll see you in there. Link is below. We need to get back to the board. Let's get back to the board right now because one game is not a parlay. Scrolling. I do like USC, but that's another story for another time. Taking a shot here. 2, I'd say below average SEC teams doing battle. Auburn at home, minus 2.5 at minus 110. Sign me up. Interesting game, though. Very interesting. Of the 3, you can't be the most confident at all. This is the game that I think has the most mystery to it. So Arkansas, 2-1, crushed Arkansas Pine Bluff, obviously. Beat UAB. Actually, it was pretty sluggish in that game. Lost a battle in overtime to Oklahoma State on the road. Now, Oklahoma State's defense is atrocious. Arkansas, I really, again, don't know what to make of this team. You know, Green handles it. They got some size up front, but I look at this offense, I'm not blown away. I look at this defense, certainly not blown away. They've done a decent job, I'd say above average at stopping the run. The pass metrics are pretty weak. I worry about them being able to stop prolific passing attacks. We've only seen them go up against one competent offense, and they gave up 39 points again in overtime. They cannot get pressure whatsoever. 128th in sack percentage. They're not generating any of that. And now they've got to go into Auburn, which is never an easy place to play. Auburn's an interesting team, though, because they've made a quarterback change with Hank Brown. And he looked awesome against New Mexico. He threw 4 touchdowns, absolutely dominant. Hunter in the running attack, 40 carries for 268, but it's New Mexico. That's a defense that's pretty weak. Against Cal, I watched the game from start to finish that they lost at home. They had 5 turnovers. That's going to result in a loss every time. That's probably a strong reason why they decided to make the change. The early returns on Auburn's defense are very strong. Top of the line defense that they are rocking with here. If their offense gives them anything, I think we're going to see a pretty sound performance from them. So for that reason, inside 3 at -110, I'm actually siding with the Tigers here. I think that they're going to be ready to go. Arkansas to me, again, they beat up on 2 easy teams. They played Oklahoma State pretty tough. I'll give them credit, but I still, when it comes down to it, I don't know what the identity of this team is. Whereas Auburn now has an identity. It's very strong defense, and if their quarterback gives them stability, they can lean on Hunter in the backfield. This Hank Brown guy is a mystery to me. I don't know. The early returns are very positive, but we just haven't seen the sample size that we need to formulate opinions. At home, I think they'll be ready to go. The Auburn Tigers, the second leg of this parlay. Now, you know what we've got to do. We've got to add a third leg. And I do mention every time, the reality is it's not easy to hit a 3-leg parlay. You're not going to do that quite often. Best way to do it, though, so you have some extra money in the bankroll, some bonus bets, things like that. A site like Bet365 can help us out there. 5 into 200 in bonus bets. If you're in a state with Bet365, link below, you sign up, deposit 10, you bet $5 on any game, win or lose, $200 in bonus bets. It's that simple. You have to be 21 plus, 18 in Kentucky. If you have a gambling problem, call an 800-GAMBLER. But this could be your 3-leg parlay bankroll for the whole year. And then any one you hit is just bonus. That's the beautiful thing about having those opportunities. It's not just there. Really check all sorts of options. It's never bad to know what is out there. But I want to make sure I get that in. They do an awesome job there. I wish they were in New York. I would absolutely be making bets there. It would just be another place to shop lines, get outs, get bonuses. We get the first 2. Maybe we eat some dinner. We take a breath, and then we go to the big game at night. This is moving on the fly, by the way. This was 6.5 not that long ago. 7 at -105 is fine. You could buy through. You'll probably lay some extra juice. Not probably. You will. I like Tennessee in this spot, though, quite a bit. I think that they are poised to really take another step forward. Let's talk about this team. What are the Vols doing? Well, they're straight smoking everybody. They've scored 50 or more points in all 3 games. One was against an FCS opponent in Chattanooga. Then they played NC State. People thought that was going to be close. It was not. Then they played Kent State. Now, Kent State is horrible. I want to be clear. They scored 65 points in the first half, though. That's impossible. We actually bet Kent State live, and we did cover, by the way, in Discord. Maybe my favorite bet of the whole year so far, but that's regardless. Tennessee is just crushing everybody right now. Their offense plays fast. They're physical. Nico at quarterback is awesome for a freshman. They have answered the challenge. And the beautiful thing, when you have 3 blowout games, everybody's resting. They're a little banged up here and there, but all in all, no one is taking, ton of damage because they've just been able to really rotate a ton of personnel, bolster up the depth. I love what they're doing. Now, Oklahoma on the other side. They're also 3-0, and the game is in Norman. Early returns not as promising. They crushed Temple. Then they almost lost to Houston, and then they beat Tulane by 15. The offense at times has sputtered. Jackson Arnold, it's not all his fault. He is missing 2 key offensive linemen. He is missing 2 key wide receivers, and 2 more are banged up. They are really hit hard in the injury bug in certain positions. I'm not a big believer in the defense anyway, to be completely honest, mostly because when Tennessee comes to town, you're going to give up points. That tempo will really cause problems. But for me, Oklahoma is a team I worry about them offensively being able to keep pace. Again, those linemen are not coming back. They may get a couple of the receivers back, but Farouk is not coming. They are down real personnel that is not easily replaced. And for that reason, I'm going to keep riding with the Vols. I think they keep this moving. They've got bigger games down the line, and it's never easy going into Norman. Decisive win for Tennessee. Too much offense. Oklahoma will not be able to keep pace in this spot. There we have it. 1, 2, 3. Let's recap what we just did. Plus 605. West Virginia. The line is moving against us. Of course it is. Auburn -2.5 and Tennessee. You put it together, over 6-1. Beautiful looking parlay if we can get it over the line. That is what we're going to try to do this week. If you have any questions at all, at JazzRazDFS, at JazzRazBets. At JazzRazBets. I can't even remember my own Twitter handle these days. It's how busy we are here at Odd Chopper. But of course, come in Discord. I'm there. I'm available. A lot of bets, a lot of action. On that note, friends, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate everyone supporting this video. Hit the like button on your way out. West Virginia, Auburn, and Tennessee. 3 up, 3 down. Do it again next week.